Willy's Wonderland stars Nicolas Cage, and basically, when Nicolas Cage's character is driving through this town, his tire rolls over a spike in the road. Some guy who owns Willy's Wonderland, which is the place that this movie takes place in with all the animatronics and stuff, tells him, "Hey, I can fix your car, you just need to be a night janitor here and clean up the place for the whole night, and when you come out in the morning, you'll have your car fixed." But what Nicolas Cage doesn't realize is that this is basically a sacrifice. What the animatronics don't realize is that Nicolas Cage is going to be taking them down. So, now that we've got the plot out of the way, let's start talking about the good. And the best thing about this movie is just how downright entertaining it is. It is a very entertaining movie, very fast-paced. This movie's like an hour and 30 minutes. Just like animatronic fight after animatronic fight. There's not much setup needed, and overall, I was very entertained throughout the movie. I was never bored, so that's a major plus. Nicolas Cage is always great. He is different in this movie, though, because he doesn't have one line of dialogue. He screams a bit, but he doesn't have one line. I thought that would bug me, but it really didn't. It was just like, okay, I mean, it was not a choice, but it was okay, and he was just a complete badass. And he actually had some very funny moments. And I love that this movie is not meant to be taken seriously. I haven't really seen this type of movie in a while, where everybody knows what type of movie they're making. This movie is not meant to be taken seriously. It's not meant to be like anything like an Oscar-worthy movie. It's just meant to be a guilty pleasure, fun movie, and it's just supposed to entertain you, which it did. So it does its job. If you know what you're getting into, it will do its job for you. But from there on, let's move on to the mixed aspects. And one big one that comes to mind is going to be the female protagonist. The one thing I really liked about her is her backstory. I felt like it was interesting. There was a neat twist with her backstory, which I thought was actually pretty good. It was like the only thing in this movie that caught me off guard, and I thought it was actually pretty cool. And like it makes her more of a well-rounded character, but she just doesn't care about anything that's happening. She like goes in there with her friends to try and save Nicolas Cage's character, and then her friends start dying, and she just doesn't really care. She kind of just goes, "I'm sorry," and then walks away. "I'm so sorry," and then walks away. Like she doesn't really give a shit about anything that's happening around her, and it's just like she just feels like not a believable character. So I didn't love her character throughout, but I liked her backstory, and she was okay. And then she was fine. She was okay. And another thing that comes to mind in this movie is the comedy. It's great from Nicolas Cage's character, but every other character that tries to do comedy completely sucks. I did not laugh, found it cringeworthy, didn't like it, but Nicolas Cage's comedy was great. And also the action, the animatronics in this movie are really good, actually. Like, they're surprisingly pretty good. Sometimes you can tell when it's a guy in a suit, but when it's actually animatronics, it looks decent, and they didn't really use any CGI, which I liked. So, for that reason, the action kind of has some realism to it, but the editing in this movie is so quick cut, shaky cam, that you can't really see Nicolas Cage beating on a animatronic or a robot. So it's cool, and the animatronics is good, but you can't really see what's happening. So that's another mixed aspect for me. And from there, let's move on to the bad. The big one comes to mind here, guys, is the characters, which are so stupid. Every single character in here is the dumbest character ever, and they're so freaking annoying. It's so cliche the way these characters act in this movie. They're literally just there to get killed. I'm not even kidding. Like, they have nothing to them. Like, it's like, okay, well, there's a guy and a girl who like each other, so they're going to go off into the separate room, even though they know that this place has animatronics, and they're just going to go have sex in a different room. It's like, okay, there's another cliche. There's a guy who's too trusting. He's too nice. He's like, and everybody picks on him, and he trusts too many. And I'm like, okay, there you go. There's another cliche. And then there's that big jock guy, and I'm like, can you do anything else but that? And I'm like, I know what I'm getting into, but it's still frustrating, the character's choices, especially one by this stupid nice guy. And I hated it so much. And also, the sheriff is so annoying. I couldn't wait for something to happen to her, because she is the most annoying character in this movie. she has a motivation for what she's doing, but she's still so annoying. I don't like the actress, and I couldn't wait for something just awful to happen to her, because I just really did not like her character at all. And the way this movie's shot is very cheap. I don't think this movie is shot at all well. It seems to have a tilt in every single shot. This movie had like $5 million, I think, budget, which what they were able to do is pretty cool, but the editing also falls in there, and just this movie is not shot well, so that also falls into the bad category. But as for final thoughts, guys, this movie is entertaining, it's fun, I had a good time watching it, it's meant to be stupid and dumb, so you can kind of just enjoy that. Me and my friend really liked this movie, like, for what it was, but the characters are so bad, the sheriff sucks, the way this movie is shot is kind of horrendous, to be honest. The editing is also pretty terrible in this film, but it also is meant to be that way, but I can't really give it a good grade for, just trying to be bad. So, with all that said, I'm going to give Willy's Wonderland a C+. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Stay tuned for more reviews coming very soon. We'll be checking out Cherry and Tom and Jerry. Try and check those out this weekend, and I'll have those reviews up for you guys next week. And also stay tuned for more reviews if I decide to do any very soon. Hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below, what did you think of Willy's Wonderland, if you've seen it or if you're looking forward to it. All that fun stuff down below in the comment section. Hit that like and subscribe button, and have a great day. See you later.